Frank and Maisie. Do you know what this is, honey?
I think that is a fuel vapor separator.
And what does it do?
Um, well, if I remember right, it's part of the hot start system.
Well, I guess I don't have to talk about this. Maybe you could just talk about this. So this is the hot start part of the hot start system. This is usually mounted right here. The hard lines come in, and the supply line goes in there. That is a supply line that goes to the carburetor, and this is the return line. So there's an orifice in there that causes it only to flow so much fuel to the carburetor, and the rest of it comes out there. And this was Ford's attempt to have some sort of cure for the vapor lock situation that I don't understand why they had. And I don't really know. So it's keeping the fuel cool, essentially. So, but there is a 41 thousandths, there is a 61 thousandths, and there's a 91 thousandths, just like this. And generally, when you take it to the shop because you're lacking in power or whatever, the shop puts on the 41 thousandths, and that is not big enough. And then your truck runs crappy and is starving of fuel. So I eliminated this, and if you want the part number, this is actually a Ford part number. And I don't actually know what size this is, but this was sitting in the glove box when I purchased the truck. So we have a Mr. Gasket regulator, and you're gonna have to shut the phone off right now, honey. So there was a picture of this particular fuel regulator, and it has a dial on this side, which you probably can't see, and it goes from 7 to, hold on one second, the UPS man is here. Let's shut the camera off, honey. Now the UPS man is gone. So you can dial this to whatever you want. It's very handy because you can just do it, click, 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 click. So I chose to, and I put some heater hose over the top of the fuel line, hoping that it would keep it mildly cool. I also put a T in it right there, so it actually has a return line as well. Because I've read that possibly there might be an issue with pumps going out prematurely. And we didn't want that issue because we've had enough issues with this vehicle. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think the frustration factor has been with this vehicle for the last 3 years?
You're asking me?
Yes.
1 to 10?
Yeah.
I'd say 6 or 7.
It's a rock solid 7. What would you say is the most frustration level of all the vehicles that we have purchased in the last
That little
10
guy
years?
right there.
That little guy has caused me so much frustration and pain. I don't even want to go into it. So anyway, so I put the return line in there just to not have any problems whatsoever. So this was like $39 or something like that. And I believe this is 3/8 inch rubber line. So you got 2 hard lines coming up here. So you're gonna have to take a tubing cutter and cut the tubing off and attach your lines onto it with some nice hose clamps. So anyway, I have eliminated all of the emission stuff off of here. The EGR plate is still sitting back there. This one does not have the charcoal canisters, so that was good. And everything is fine. It runs great. We've got the 600 Edelbrock carburetor on there, and there's been no adverse problems since. So do you have anything else to say, honey? Do you think that anybody cares about this particular item?
No, are we done?
No, probably nobody, but maybe 1 or 2 do, and they're probably having a problem with starvation. So anyway, we're going to wrap this up. Frank and Maisie are uninterested any longer, and thanks for watching.